Laughing Waters. This one may still be covered up a little with the ice and snow because it's on the shady side. You can see that water flowing through underneath. I said it was higher than Niagara, not bigger. It's just a mini, But right now we are 8,000 feet in elevation higher than Niagara Falls.
Mira el toque, mira los palos esos, mira.
Now's a good time to just introduce yourself to those around you you may not know. Let them know your name, where you're from, get to know one another, make new friends. We're going to start going up our first 25% grade, so if you slide out of your seat and into the lap of someone you didn't know, it won't be as embarrassing. You'll at least know their name. Back in the day when the old steam engine was trying to make it up this hill, the fireman was working feverishly shoveling that coal, trying to help the engine make it to the top. By the time he made it to the top, he was totally exhausted. He looked at the engineer and said, "Man, that hill was a son of a gun," or something like that. So he calls this Son of a Gun Hill. Quite often people ask us if rocks fall on the tracks. Of course they do. But normally they're small enough we can just pick them up and toss them aside. As we continue going forward up around the corner, coming up on the two-seat side, there was a large boulder trying to come down. We had to have the section crew prop it up with about 3 rocks. There is a large crack started in one already. We call it Prop Rock. Let's hope that one decides to stay up there for us on the way back down. Coming up ahead off the 3-seat side, if you're in the market for a 1-room open space, beautiful view of the stars, just needs a little TLC. That actually used to be an old fur trader's cabin back in the day. It was all intact till a large bear sat on the roof and it collapsed as we see it now. It just couldn't bear the weight. As we continue flying around this corner, coming up ahead on the 3-seat side, back in 1882, for 34 years, there was a hotel out here. In 1923, it burned to the ground. In 1926, they removed all the remains except the sign up ahead that has the name of the establishment. The name, Halfway House Hotel. Now, a gentleman and his wife started out here in a 1-room small cabin. Hikers started coming along the way, as well as the railway. He thought he'd pocket a little change and make some lunch. Well, he must have been a good cook because more hikers started coming along, as well as more people on the railway. So eventually he expanded it into a 22 guest room, a banquet hall, a railway station, a post office, and even a 1-lane bowling alley, all just for $10. Now if you're interested in looking up the old photographs, reading up on the history of the Halfway House Hotel, there are documentaries and books. In the 1900s, Colorado Springs built a hydroelectric plant, and still to this day it makes electricity for 200 of our homes down in Manitou Springs. Coming up ahead on the 3-seat side, we're going to see Pipe Falls. Right behind it between the rocks is a little Type Falls. You talk about the ice tunnel buildup. The water's flowing underneath that, and it's very thick. Now as we continue going around this corner, this is an area we call Ruxton Park. Coming up ahead, off on the 3-seat side, you're going to see the white framed house. It is the caretaker's house, right now population 0. It is made out of some of the remains of the Halfway House Hotel. A little further back in the stone building, you're going to see the hydroelectric plant, oldest west of the Mississippi. Also coming up ahead off the 3-seat side, you're going to start noticing that dirt road. That dirt road is the caretaker's driveway. It goes all throughout this mountain and the reservoirs for 60, that's right, 60 miles long. Please stay out of the aisle car 3. Stay where you are, don't be crossing back over. That is for your safety. Do we have anyone on the train with us today from Delaware? No? Right now we're going through Pikes National Forest. You could fit the entire state of Delaware with a little wiggle room through this 1.4 million acres. Filled with abundant wildlife. If you see any, holler out, let us know. We'd all love to see. Just tell us which side it's on. We have mountain lions, bobcats, mule deer, Sasquatch, moose, black bear. No grizzlies, not Colorado unless you visit our Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. Black bear come in the colors of cinnamon, blonde, black, and even black and white. We have foxes, coyotes, rabbits, skunk, porcupine, and yes, even wild turkey. No, not the type in the bottom.
Yeah, they won. They beat Colorado College 14-6.
What's the name of the Colorado?
They were out there. Colorado last week.
That one.
No, we didn't.
Off on the 2-seat side, if you notice those large pine trees with the cinnamon-colored bark, that is our ponderosa pines. It takes them 80 years to achieve that color of bark. You can squeeze that bark in your hand and get a scent of vanilla or even butterscotch. All the other trees on both sides of the train with the lighter colored bark is our well-known native aspen trees. They grow best in 8,000 feet. You can see the golden hue leaves they're known for have fallen. Winter is upon us. I think we're going by multiple trees, but this is actually an aspen grove. So underneath the ground, it's all connected by one single root system, literally making it one tree. You can use the white powder of the aspen bark as an SPF 2 or even as a pain reliever. Mule deer are often seen chewing on the aspen bark after giving birth to help relieve their pain. I guess you can say take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning. Here on the 2-seat side, a big opening in Colorado, we call that a park, so we call this one Deer Park. Quite often in the early morning hours and the early evenings, we'll get to see the mule deer, moose, or wild turkey running through. If you're also one of the people who have to use a swamp cooler in the summertime, you can use aspen bark as a filter for those swamp coolers. Do we have anyone from Wisconsin with us today? No? Well, the founder of the Cog Railway was from Kenosha, Wisconsin. It was in the late 1880s. His name was Zalman Simmons. He was also an inventor. He took a 3-day trip by burro up this mountain. He said that was the most uncivilized thing he'd ever done. But he came up here to investigate the telegraph line insulators he designed. He got up here and saw the views and thought they were spectacular and believed everyone should be able to see. So he went back to Kenosha. He gathered a group of investors together, and together they came up with $1.5 million. A lot of capital back in the day. He then came back here and started the construction of the Cog Railway. First passengers rode up on June 30th of 1891. Anyone care to guess the price of a ticket back then? Did I hear someone say 10 cents? Anybody else? Nickel? Is that 5 cents? Yeah, that's a nickel. How about $5? A lot of money back in the day. Today that would be equivalent of $165 for a ticket. Back then that could have been a week's worth of work. Well, if you don't think you've ever heard of Zalman Simmons, have you ever slept on a Simmons Beauty Rest mattress?